Hello, so I'm now going to do a quick tutorial that compares the software or the desktop or the client version of Mendeley. And this is the one that I have been demonstrating. I just added these articles based on my topic of online learning. So this is the software. I really like it a lot. I find it works very smoothly. Mendeley.com, the website that you all went to download the software, also has a library version of the software on their website. So if I click over here where it says library, this is the website version of the software. This is my library. So you can see over here are all of my folders, for example. If I click here on online learning, that's the one that I've been using for these tutorials. If I click on that, you'll see the articles that I just added into the software where I was dragging and dropping. So just a few things. They're really quite similar, but there are some subtle and some major differences. So some of the subtle differences I'll just show you. If I click here on online learning and I go into one of these articles, I'll go into this one by Redmond. If I double click on it, it takes me to, it opens up a new Chrome browser tab, and this is my PDF. And so from here, I can do a lot of the same things that I can do in the software or where I've downloaded the software. If I click here, this is where I could highlight. If I click on the highlight, I could then highlight a sentence. If I wanted to add a sticky note, I could add a sticky note here. Let's say that I wanted to say something about adjustments. Okay. Let's say that was something that I thought was interesting or important. And so that's my little note on the fact that one has to make adjustments when we're learning things online. So with the website version, it's automatically saved, right? As you're going through and highlighting or adding notes, it'll do an auto sync. So that's really great. If I go into my software version of this particular, for this folder, and I click on the Redmond article, sorry, my kids are yelling in the background, I hope you can't hear them, the highlighting is not there. I actually don't ever really use the website version. I'm always using this software, the desktop software. If I click sync, I'm curious actually because I've not tested this out. I'm assuming and hoping that the highlighting and the sticky notes will show up in this version. I'm not really sure about how those two integrate. But I did want to mention that those features are there. Hopefully everyone will be able to successfully download and use the software because I think it's better. And also the software has all of the word compatibility, which the website version does not. But in a pinch, or if you had a Chromebook and you couldn't download the software, just so that you know that this is all here for you, that this is the folder, for example, of whatever I've added into my online learning folder. So here I can edit. If I wanted to edit any of the pieces of the metadata, I can do that. There is also this notes area that I talked about using quite a bit. If I wanted to just write some, some more reflective things here, I do that a lot. So now it's automatically saved. And which one was that? Let's see the details. Is that also in the Redmond? Let's see if it shows up. If I compare the website version versus the software. Oh, and look, this is the Redmond article. So I had added the sticky note. Online learning requires adjustment. So perfect. It does have it does sync between the two. Now, if I click on notes, I just added a note over here that said, what? More reflective things here. I bet it won't show up until I click sync. So I bet once I do that in the notes field, it will show up that I just wrote that note. So that's my guess anyway. So yeah, so the Mendeley.com offers a website version of your library. as opposed to the desktop, which is the one that I prefer, this one that I prefer to work in. Just to show you a couple of things. Let's say that you wanted to quickly grab an article citation formatted in a particular style. Well, this is still syncing, so I guess I have to wait for it to do that. But I'm going to go over here to Word while that's syncing. This is that one that I had just used before. I'm just going to delete everything, have a plain new blank document because I want to show you something fun that the client can do. So let's see, is it almost finished syncing? Let's see if it'll let me do it. Oh yeah, it's going to let me do it. Let's say I wanted to grab this article by Redmond and I wanted to get the citation in APA really quickly. If I right click on this particular reference, scrolling down, it says copy as formatted citation. So by default, it will be APA 7th edition, and I'll show you how to change that if you ever needed to, but this is so handy. If I grab this and say formatted citation, now when I go into my Word document and paste, it's going to take that particular article and format it in APA. If I wanted to do several of these, like let's say I wanted to do these 4, I can select all of them and right click and say copy as formatted citation, and I can paste those 4 directly. Of course, with APA things would, need to be in alphabetical order, but it's really helpful just for quickly getting a citation. So that's in the client or the software. The website version of Mendeley does not have that, unfortunately. It's really lacking in the in sort of the citation features. It doesn't integrate with Word. You can't right click on something and quickly get a citation formatted in a particular style. So that's one of the weaknesses with the web version. One of the strengths of the web version is whenever you add something into a folder, it's automatically going to save. Whereas with the software version, you always have to click sync to make sure that things are showing up correctly. Anyway, let me go back to that Redmond article. This is the one that I was that I had highlighted on the website. Oh, and there's my note that I wrote before over in the website version of Mendeley for this article. I wrote more reflective things here, and that was this article, Redmond, and I had written it right here under the Notes tab. So anyway, that's just some basic comparisons between the two. The website version of Mendeley and then the software version. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that for now. Thanks.